What's up, people? I recently made a post asking you guys if you would like a sort of tutorial for entry fragging, and yeah, you guys kind of wanted it.
Drop it.
So yeah, welcome to entry fragging 101 with Papa Furi.
Furious again, insanely quick transfer.
Alright, so I will be using Nuke today as an example. So when you want to be an entry fragger, you will be needing some things. One of them is good aim. One of them is good knowledge about the map. For example, I know that there's a box behind this wall where an enemy could hide, right? Like right here. And I do know that there can be an enemy right here behind this railing, okay? So you want to memorize everything, every little detail about the map. Every little spot where an enemy could hide. And then, last but not least, you want to have confidence. You shouldn't be scared to die. Don't be scared to die. Always go up front. Always sacrifice yourself for your team if needed. Okay? Don't be like, yeah, you go, bro. Take the info and then kill the guy that killed your teammate. Just go out up front and take the first step for your team. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so like I said, you want to have good knowledge about the map, right? And using this knowledge about the map, you want to strafe depending on how the map is designed. So there's this box here. What you want to do is you want to go out like this, okay? Or you want to go out like this. Not like that, but like this, okay? You don't want to go out like this and be exposed to 3 different angles, okay? You want to spot one angle at a time. It could be here, it could be here, okay? It could even be here. Like, look, I made a mistake. When I peeked here, I was open to this guy. It's not likely that the guy is gonna be holding like this, but you never know. You have to spot one spot at a time, okay? You have to peek one spot at a time. Okay, another thing that you want to avoid is don't hug the wall when you're peeking. Let's say that there's a guy here, for example, and you want to kill him and you think that he's there. Don't peek while hugging the wall. If you do that, like, he could already see you when you're here and you don't, okay? So avoid that. Always peek from far away, okay? So that way you can see each other at the same time. And that way you have time to react to it. Okay, so those were the basics. Now we get into a little advanced entry fragging. Those are more for the matchmaking players, for example. No offense to the matchmaking players, of course, but these are more for advanced players, okay? So for some higher level players. So what you want to do, guys, is when you are about to peak, you always want to make sure that you have a 1v1. You don't want to go into a ramp with one upper here, for example, or one guy there and one guy baiting, for example, okay? So what you want to do is you want to have control over the map. You want to know what is going on all around. So let's say that you have a team, okay? You're playing with your team and your team is taking control on outside, okay? Let's say that they smoked outside. And what the main player in this case is gonna do is he's gonna call for backup. He's gonna call for the AWPer to come and help him, to hold a flash for him, or to hold the smokes for him even. And that way the ramp guy will be left alone and you will have a chance to search for a 1v1. So you always want to make sure, always check your minimap. Okay, so whenever that happens, whenever you have the control over the map and the main guy called the backup for the AWPer, what you want to do is you want to call your teammate with you and you want to peek the ramp guy that's alone with your teammate. So it's a 2v1 for you. Okay, so what can happen is you can peek him. Let's say that he's here. You can peek him, you can kill him, and you can gain control over ramp. Or you could peek him, you could miss and die, but in this case your teammate will go out and get your trade. And that way it's a 4v4, which is an advantage for if you are a T side. Another thing that you could do, let's say that the ramp guy is playing defensive. This happens most likely on higher level games, but I will show you guys this anyway. Let's say that he's alone and he saw the first contact. He saw that there's at least 2 people here. What this guy's gonna do is he's just gonna run back and he's gonna say the info. He's gonna tell his teammates that there's at least 2 guys coming ramp. Now the Opera is gonna do in this case is he's gonna hold here because his teammate went back. And when this happens, you could always take control over ramp, okay? You could leave one of your teammates here, for example, or you could sit here yourself, okay? Just stop. And whenever this happens, you could go back, send your team back to A, for example, and in this case, you will not be the entry fragger anymore, but you will be a lurker, okay? So you are gonna sit here for the entire round. This guy doesn't know you're here. This guy doesn't know you're there either, okay? What's gonna happen is you're gonna sit here for 30 seconds, and whenever your teammates push A, you are gonna start to make a move. Because this guy will go up and help A. This guy can go up, and you will flank him even, or he will go from secret to A. So what's gonna happen is you are gonna flank the heaven player. You could go from here, or you could go play extra safe, and you could go from main even, or you could go outside heaven and no, not like this. You could go outside heaven and flank him that way. This way you will have 3 kills, for example. What I want to say is, just because you're an entry fragger doesn't mean that you will always go up front, okay? Sometimes you will get into a ramp with no one in it, okay? So what's gonna happen is this guy's gonna play defensive. You might even go here, for example. And what you want to do is you just want to make your enemies forget you, okay? You just want to make them forget you, or your teammate, of course, depends on who's sitting here. You just want to make them forget you. This is just an example, guys. You have many other spots that you could hide. For example, you could hide here. Okay? So what is gonna happen is when your teammates are rushing inner, they're gonna smoke main and flash everything. And what's gonna happen is that the side player and the main player are gonna call back up again. So what's gonna happen is the Opera is going up, and you will just basically flank them. Okay, so another thing that I want to show you guys is this workshop map called Yprac, where you can learn the common spots on a certain map. Let's say, for example, that you don't know the common spots on Nuke, where we practiced, okay? So what you want to do is, you have the pre-fire practice here, you press on play, and then you just select whichever route you want. You can see in the chat here exactly which route it is, and in our case it is gonna be ramp to B. And what you want to do then is select friendly bots and just get on top of this circle. So now you have these white bars that shows exactly where your enemies are behind walls. This way you can pre-aim the angle and just practice like this, okay? So if you peek one angle at a time, it would be better for you, since that's what you're supposed to do, and you won't be caught off guard by another angle. And if you keep doing this, you will learn all the common spots in no time. Okay, so that's it for this video. I hope you learned something new, and I hope I was able to help you guys out. I will link everything down in the description below, guys, so if you need any Yprac map, just open up the description and you'll find it right there. If you have any questions or any tutorial suggestions, leave them down in the comment section below. I also forgot to mention that I will be streaming soon, since I bought a new streaming PC, and yeah, that's pretty much it. My Twitch link will be down in the description below, so don't forget to leave a follow. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and see you later.